Why you'll never keep fat off until you fix your liver. That's training premiering and coming live right now. So excited that you're with. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Right after, I will be giving you next step for those of you that are going through our challenge. There's a lot of you. Next steps, reload. How do we set up for what is next? But this is one of my favorite studies and one of my favorite teachings on the health of the liver. Got it put together. Let's go. If you have ever lost weight only to watch it come right back, your liver is almost always to blame. That's because it's supposed to filter everything that gets released when you burn fat. But for most people who are struggling with their weight, it can't do that because the liver is clogged. And when it's clogged, to say it simply, it just can't do its job. And so your body does the only thing it knows in order to protect you. It puts the toxins right back into stored fat. Fortunately, there's good news. Once you understand how to get your liver working again, you can stop this rebounding cycle that so many people get stuck in and keep the weight off for good. But first, you need to uncover the hidden reason why you regain weight and the easy fix that really no one talks about. So why is it that fat seems to keep coming back no matter what you do? You're in the 100-pound weight loss club. You've lost 10 pounds 10 times. It's because burning fat doesn't just shrink your waistline. It unleashes something into your body that you've been holding on to for years. So it's been releasing something into your body that you've been holding on to for years. Every fat cell is more than just stored energy. It's a vault that's designed to protect you. It's one of your 7 filters of your body, along with the liver and the kidneys and the digestive system. It's a vault that's designed to protect you. And inside those vaults are toxic compounds that you've picked up from food and water or plastics or pesticides, all the things you come in contact every single day. Scientists call them persistent organic pollutants, POPs. And once the POPs get locked inside of your fat cells, they don't leave until the fat gets burned. When that happens, it isn't some tiny leak. Studies show that for every 2 to 3 pounds of fat that you lose, the concentration of the pollutants, the POPs in your blood, rise 2 to 4%. So in people that have lost 20 pounds or 50 or even 100, like we've had several people do, researchers have measured spikes as big as 2 to 300% increase in pollutants in the bloodstream, toxins in the bloodstream. Those levels don't fade quickly either. They can just stay elevated for some of the people up to a year. There's just this constant release and the body's not able to deal with it. Or as you're losing that much weight, these toxins just stay in the system. Now your body has a defense. Your body has a defense for this. It's your liver. You can think of it as the filter that's supposed to catch those pollutants and send them out of your body. It is the hardest working organ in your body. But it can't keep pace with what's pouring out of your fat cells. And if you already have a lot of weight to lose, chances are your liver does too. As you gain weight, your fat cells quickly reach their limit. They can only stretch so far before they stop taking in more toxins. When that happens, the overflow has to go somewhere. And one of the first places it spills into is the liver. That's why even before you look visibly overweight, you probably have the beginning of fatty liver. That's why it's the fastest growing condition in the world. And when the liver falls behind, the pollutants stay in your blood circulation, not for days, not for weeks. Research shows they can persist for years, quietly interfering with your hormones, slowing down your metabolism, and then pushing your body to put the fat right back on. That's the real reason so many people see their weight go down and then back up. Now, outside of the obvious, like you just binge eat after you did a diet and you just pound in calories and bad food, like I get it. But for a lot of us that are actually trying to get the weight off, stay that way, ease back in from the restrictions we were on during our, challenging dieting phases, the weight just comes right back on. Because when all of us lose weight, the pollutants surge. The liver can't keep up. And then the body reacts by restoring the fat as a safe storage space. It recreates the vaults. This is also why liver fat and body fat rise and fall together. Because when the liver is clogged, detox slows down, toxins accumulate, and fat storage accelerates. It's a vicious cycle. But when the liver begins to clear out, then detox strengthens. Toxins get flushed out, and fat loss can finally stick. The fat is gone. You can turn that vicious cycle into a virtuous one. And one of the best ways to accomplish this is to support the detox systems inside your body so that the liver can finally clear out the fat, slowing it down. Now, when I say detox systems, here's what I mean. Your liver doesn't clear toxins in one step. Here's something you probably never had explained to you. It's more like an assembly line. The liver has 3 stages. Each stage hands the toxin off like a baton to the next stage until it's completely out of your body. And if any of the stages stall, then the toxins never leave. And if the toxins never leave, they get stored again as fat. So I'm going to walk you through each stage, and as I do, I'll give you the exact foods, habits, nutrients, supplements that turn that stage back on, the things that power it. So you'll have the tools you need to start unclogging your liver and then finally lose the fat for good. The first step in the liver's detox process is called phase 1, or the activation phase. In this step, your liver takes harmful compounds, starts breaking them down into smaller pieces so that they can eventually be removed. Here's the catch. Those broken down pieces aren't harmless. They're unstable fragments called free radicals. If they aren't handled quickly, they can actually do more damage than the original toxins themselves. That's why supporting the first step is so important and why you need the right nutrients and foods to keep it running smoothly. Phase 1 depends on antioxidants and other key nutrients that neutralize that damage, those fragments, as soon as they appear. So this means vitamins like A, C, vitamin E is the mother of all antioxidants. Vitamin E is an antioxidant to other antioxidants. Full spectrum of methylated B vitamins and minerals like zinc and selenium, especially at this stage. So a really quality multivitamin with methylated multivitamins in it is going to cover that stage really nicely. Together, they act like shields that keep the free radicals from tearing up your tissues. Certain foods can be focused on for first phase of the liver healing and the liver detoxing. Artichoke, one of my favorites. It's loaded with detox compounds like silymarin and cynarin, and those protect from oxidative damage inside of the liver. Just make sure that when you think of artichoke, you also often I think of artichoke dip oftentimes. Just skip the fried chips with the spinach artichoke dip, okay? Beets, they help bile and they keep it flowing. Apples, my favorite. Lemons, they provide antioxidants, they soothe the liver while breaking down stones and calcifications and those clogged buildups. Lemon is one of the easiest things to support phase 1. Moringa, my favorite nutrient, one of the most concentrated antioxidants, if not the most, on the planet as far as a simple food providing antioxidants. So there are a lot of targeted nutrients that can be taken at this stage as well, like NAC and acetylcysteine. That ramps up the production of glutathione in the body. Glutathione is your body's street sweeper, master detox molecule. So you have more sweepers cleaning things up, cleaning up the free radicals before they can do more damage. Milk thistle works like armor for your liver cells, protecting them in phase 1, and it does a great job. Berberine supports liver function, also helps the fluctuations of blood sugar levels and supports the breakdown of fat. So there's phase 1 and nutrients you can focus on. Next, once toxins have been chopped into pieces during phase 1, your liver has to neutralize them before they can do more harm, right? So you can think of this step as like sweeping up the broken glass from phase 1 and then putting it into a box or a bag and carrying it out of your house to get it in the garbage, right? These fragments can still do damage. They can still cut you. They're very sharp. We want to sweep them up. We want to get them out. That's what's going on in phase 2. So to do this, your liver attaches those toxic fragments to other compounds that make them water soluble, meaning they can now travel out of your body through your bile, your digestive tract, or through your urine. If this step doesn't go well, toxins just float around and then often get stuffed back into fat cells. So what helps phase 2 run smoothly? Sulfur-rich vegetables. Now don't be afraid if you're like very sulfur sensitive. Sulfur-rich vegetables are broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, garlic, onions, and even asparagus. That's why asparagus smells shortly after you eat it. When you go to the bathroom, your urine smells, because it's rich in sulfur. Now, these contain natural compounds that help to lock the toxins down, so then they can't bounce back into their system. Amino acids are important here. Foods like glycine, taurine, cysteine. You'll find those in eggs, poultry, fish, beans, or even a collagen protein powder. B vitamins, also relevant and important at this stage, especially B6, B9, which is folate, and B12. Now, these absolutely need to be in the methylated form, and this is why people with an MTHFR gene mutation struggle with toxicity and or even dropping fat and keeping fat off. And it's about a third of the population that has a deficiency genetically that does not produce the enzyme that methylates, converts folic acid or cobalamin into methylcobalamin or methylfolate so it can be used by important processes like the liver. So this is why methylated multivitamins or methylated B vitamins are extremely important. The B vitamins are needed in both steps, so getting those methylated ones really help to pad both. Phase 1, they activate the detox enzymes. In phase 2, they help your liver lock down those toxins so they can't escape. And just like in phase 1, certain supports pull double duty here. Like NAC is working in both areas. It keeps your glutathione levels high so that your liver has the raw material that it needs to help to neutralize those toxins. Milk thistle, still relevant here, continues to act like armor for your liver cells. Choline is one that helps shuttle fats and toxins out of the liver. You'll find that in high amounts in eggs, some seafoods, or you can get it in supplement form. And if you've ever felt toxic symptoms while trying to lose weight, like headaches or fatigue, or your moods are up and down, it's often that phase 2 is struggling to keep up. So supporting this step can bring relief quickly because your body's finally able to lock up and neutralize the stuff that's been hanging out in your bloodstream. Now, once toxins have been chopped down, locked up, packaged up, they still need a way out. So phase 3 is called the elimination phase. And it's the point where toxins finally leave your body through bile, your digestive tract, dumped into the digestive tract, urine, stools, sweat. Without this step, everything backs up. It's like bagging your trash, putting all the shards of glass in there, and then forgetting to take it to the curb. So if that happens, the toxins recirculate and your liver ends up storing them in fat all over again. So how do you make sure the exits stay open? Bile flow is the key. Your liver produces bile. Your gallbladder stores it, but your liver, even if you don't have a gallbladder, is producing bile. Bile not only breaks down fat, it's also one of the main highways that toxins use to leave the body. So if your bile is sluggish or you have less of it, toxins can't move out as well. So foods and nutrients that help this bile building exits process are lemon water, there it shows up again, apple cider vinegar, all sorts of citrus fruits. Their natural acids stimulate that bile production. Beets, artichokes show up again. Dandelion, you could go for a tea or the root in supplement form, shown to improve bile flow and support the gallbladder. The more bitter greens like arugula, radish, and the leaf of the radish, don't cut off all of the leaves of the radish. Leave a little on there. Your gut loves it, your bile loves it. Chicory root, which I often use in our magnesium compounds for absorption, they naturally cue your body to release bile, and that helps with those absorptions. Coffee, make sure it's organic, cut the sugars, right? Your liver doesn't like that or any of the additives, but it's been shown to lower the risk of gallstones and support that liver detox, that liver and gallbladder emptying. Targeted nutrients that can help at this stage. Choline shows up again because it helps move fats and toxins out of those exits. Taurine helps your body make bile salts, which then keeps bile flowing, or ox bile, especially for those without a gallbladder, but relevant for those that have that very sluggish liver. It works as a supplement, a replacement to keep bile levels higher and high enough for proper detoxification and proper breakdowns of fats. And elimination isn't just about bile. You also need to have regular bowel movements, so then toxins bound in the bile don't just sit in the gut and potentially get reabsorbed depending if your gut is leaky. So we want plenty of fiber during this stage as well. Flax, chia, psyllium husk, vegetables. They act like sponges to grab the toxins and carry them out. It is why I often recommend a 2-step detox process of cleansing the liver and at the same time cleansing the colon. When phase 3 is supported, people often notice that bloating goes down, digestion feels lighter, and fat loss becomes easier because the toxins finally have an exit. This is also the stage that protects you from the dreaded rebounding effect, because instead of cycling back into being recreated as fat cells, toxins are leaving your body for good. To help you through comprehensively getting nutrients for all 3 steps of liver detoxification, I created 2 resources that have helped tens of thousands of people already. One of them is my liver cleanse, which is loaded with these nutrients, which are sometimes not as natural to consume with our diets. Artichokes, radishes are a bit more seasonal, berberine, ox bile, milk thistle. So I put those and multiple more of the B vitamins and everything into a cleansed form. And these will help to support all 3 phases of the liver detoxification that we just described. It's a simple 2-week cleanse. Now, secondarily, with that cleanse, there's a QR code on the bottle of it. If you scan that QR code, there's also a liver food list that comes with it. The exact foods to focus on to support liver health, that many of which we discussed above. You eat off that list. This is very important, for 2 weeks. Use the cleansing materials to support the 3 phases of the liver. Follow the food list, which is going to really trim up the restricted foods that damage the liver and cause it to stay in fatty mode and clogged up mode. And studies show that you can reduce liver fat by up to 40% in 2 weeks following that regimen. I will put that link and that cleanse below. Now, in addition to everything we just covered, one of the most powerful ways to keep that liver detox running through its process and properly helping to support it is through exercise, through movement, especially the emptying of the digestive tract. In fact, research shows people who regularly exercise can carry up to 40% fewer toxins in their body than those that just sit still all the time. That's how big a difference the right kind of movement makes. And the easiest place to start, walking. Done the right way, it not only helps your liver clear out the toxins, but it can also slash blood sugar, the spikes that it has, by up to 30%, and it can help you burn 20% more fat. And even build muscle while you walk. Don't believe me? I cover all of these and the studies in my 8 walking hacks that melt belly fat fast. I'm going to include a link to that here. Click to watch it next, and I'll see you there. All right, peeps. Fat's coming off for so many of you. That's why I put this right now. You're starting to lose 3 pounds, 5, 8, 10 during this challenge, during these last 4 weeks. Right? I'm I'm down like 5 this week because I'm on day 4 of a fast. Just got going and didn't want to stop. Now, I've been very focused on some bigger projects that you will learn about soon. That helps me to I'm not even thinking about food. I'm just getting it together. But if you've lost some of that weight, you've done a little bit of fasting, you've done following the meal plan, you're implementing the 10-minute workouts like thousands of you are during this challenge right now, don't allow that to rebound. Don't make this another 30-day diet, 28-day diet, and then put that weight right back on. And one of the key ways to do it is you've got to support the liver. In fact, if you've lost a pound or 3 or 5 or 10, you burnt up fat in your liver already. I know this because that is the first place it gets burnt up. Because it's visceral fat that's so dangerous. You need your liver unlocked. So you're already burning liver fat. These toxins, the POPs are being released. Liver cleansing, super important during this weight loss phase. And so the one that I use, the one that I focus on during these losses, the liver cleanse right there, you can get 15% off when you subscribe to it. It's 2-week cleanse. On the side of the bottle, it will have the QR code. Look at all the nutrients we talked about: choline and lemon and artichoke, the digestive enzymes, NAC, berberine, taurine, milk thistle, ox bile. If you don't have a gallbladder, you should be taking these 2 capsules a day, each day ongoing. But during the cleanse, it's 4 capsules. So it's multi-purpose. That's what I would focus on. If you do have really slow digestion as well, you could consider adding the colon cleanse to it. But this is an important one while you're cleansing. This might be a really good next step for you. Now, to continue that weight loss journey, of course, we need to keep dialing in all the aspects of health. From a perspective of nutrition's not fixed, right? You don't fix it in 4 weeks. 4 years in, you might, have a pretty good dent in it. But there's so much temptation, and there's so much newness, and there's so many new ingredients, and there's things shift, and opinions shift, and your body shifts. So continuing on and dialing in and leaning in and just getting 1% better each day with your nutrition. The 10-minute workouts, doing those 6 days a week. Getting that implemented, that might be a big next step for you. The breathing exercises, actually slowing your body down and your brain down and breathing for a minute with the paced breathing exercises 3 times a day. Implementing a walk into your day at least 3 times a week. Could be weighted maybe. Check out that video that we posted up there on walking. You'll probably want to start doing it. The detoxing, looking into your environment for the smells, The air quality, the water quality, the storage container quality, the cooking utensils quality, your personal care products quality. So many things to address there to start slowly removing all the toxins from your life. And then let alone implementing the massive tool of autophagy, the recycling system, the cleaning up of old, damaged cells inside of your body to refresh you through fasting. These are just so many of the tools, and that's exactly what we're going to begin again on September 8th. You don't need something brand new to go to next. You need a consistent you. If you just got 1% better for the next 30 days, you would be 30% improved in areas of your health again. If you did that the rest of the year, you're going to be 100, 200% better in your overall health. That's the key. It's consistent 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. So our next challenge is open, Crew 72. We start officially live together as a group, accountability support, on Monday, September 8th. The group is open now, and I have trainings planned through the holiday here to help you work on those next steps, bringing it together. It's more of advanced trainings. You'll be getting one of those every day in the group to get you dialed up. You've got sample workouts in there. You've got grocery store tours in there. You've got many resources while we have a bit of a gap week here because of that holiday, but I don't want you to get off track, so we've got resources waiting for you there. How you continue on, if you were a part of the special challenge that we just did at a discounted rate, you become a lifestyle member. And so this link is posted up. Coaches will post it for you. For $27 a month, less than $1 a day, you can be a lifestyle member, get the ongoing challenges, get the coaching, but also get access to the entire members area. All my advanced protocols addressing hormones, addressing cholesterol, addressing blood pressure. There's all the advanced protocols, trainings, master classes, recipes, workouts on demand. You can do it annually and you save about $200 a year. It's only $19 a month on average there. Or you can be a lifetime member and you're not renting, you're committing for the long haul. You're saying my health is the biggest asset I have down here physically, and I'm going to take care of it. And Dr. Livingood, you just keep adding value, and I keep seeing it month over month over month. And so that investment over time pays for itself. So you can do any of those three. Some whys, there's a breakdown of the materials. There's a bunch of testimonials in here. Thousands and thousands of people utilize this system to get the fat off, to overcome the diagnosis, to help them their doctors take them off the drugs and then stay that way. That's a lifestyle. So I invite you to join and be a Living Good member so you can turn a challenge then into a lifestyle. And the liver is a huge key. Detoxing that thing, flushing it out. So, time to make that jump. Our Crew 71 is winding down and closing over the weekend here, and then we start our next one. We don't rebuild, we just reload. So consistency is what is needed. Consistency. All right, so many steps to do. Let's go Crew 72. Well, that was good. And there it is. So I hope that training helpful today to really put in perspective. Stay focused on those toxins. Help that liver. It is the absolute key to weight loss. And the more I research it, the more I believe it. If you don't believe me, believe the 100 million Americans now struggling with fatty liver. 100 million. That's not counting what's around the world. This is the fastest growing condition in the world because we are bombarding our livers and it is packing on the pounds. It is leaving us toxic. It is impacting our joints and our inflammation in so many areas of our health. So that link is posted up. Coaches for grabbing the cleanse. You can get that 2-week cleanse. Might need it after the holiday here. And then our next challenge starting September 8th. So Living Goods are going to go have some family time. I'm excited to some memories with those littles and the misses. I hope you have an incredible Labor Day. Stay on track, but be a human. Enjoy a little bit, but then rebound and respond come Tuesday. Jump right back on it. So, all right, you guys, go make it a great holiday. You might as well. You're never going to get this one back. And I will see you next Wednesday for our Ask DLG show. We'll break down, answer questions live. If you have questions in the meantime, inside of that private group, you can do #coach and get an answer. And I hope you make that jump to lifestyle. You owe it to yourself, to future you, to commit and to make this consistent so we can turn it into a lifestyle. Crew 72 is coming up soon. All right, peeps. Appreciate you guys.